Disclaimer. I am not responsible if you break your car. I am not responsible for your health. If you hurt yourself or break your car, it is only your responsibility. This is not educational video and should not be used as tutorial. I do only show how I am doing my repair. I will not show you basics of screwing bolts, I will just show you results after each operation or part removal.
Okay, basically this is our cylinder, right? This is our damage area. So what we have to do, we have to make this round circle down to this area and then measure it. Vertical, so the time belt is here where arrow is. Vertical dimension and the horizontal dimension we have to measure in 3 points basically. One point is 1 centimeter on top, another point 1 centimeter from the bottom, and in the middle of the cylinder. So this is what we do. So I made the table like this. So the top one, damaged one, this size, is 0.12 range, which is out of range. The maximum is 0.08, and we get 4 out of range, 0.04 out of range. The middle one is 0.08, which is in the range, and the bottom one, measurements vertical bottom, 0.04, which is absolutely good. So the horizontal one, this size, 0.05, 0.06, 0.01, which is again in the range. And the difference between the top and bottom will be the ellipse, right? So the ellipse on top is 0.07, which is out of range. The maximum possible allowed range is 0.02. We got 0.05 not in the range. This is in the range, 0.02, and this is slightly out of range. The bottom one is 0.03. So the first measurement, the top one, the compression zone here, is out of range in our case, right? So I can only hope. It is definitely not good engine, but this is what we could do our best, right? Without replacing it. If it won't work, I will have to replace the engine anyway, but at least I did try to do this. So I hope if I change put the brand new cylinder with brand new cylinder rings, piston with a new piston rings, I hope the compression will be more or less okay. We can only test it after we will assemble the engine. You have to have something like this. No welding required. One aluminum piece, one hole, standard fitment, and just one any bolt, anything you find in your garage. That's it pretty much. So it's shaken like this, right? And you have to cut the damaged pieces to avoid scratches on your cylinder. The only one thing left, the diameter of this piston is still too large, so it will not fit to the cylinder within the sandpaper around it. So we have to slightly sand it around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix it in the drill vertically, spin it, and using a piece of sandpaper, just basically by hand, reduce the diameter of this for about half millimeter or something, and then it will fit perfectly to our cylinder. Using the vertical stand, we can just do something like this, then take a sandpaper and reduce the diameter of this piston, something like this. It's made of aluminum, it shouldn't take long. Now we have to control every time size of this. We need to make it 81 because my cylinder size is 82. I want to reduce it by 1 millimeter. Piston is not straightforward, not straight. So this size here is lower than size here. So this size here is 82 at the moment, and here is 80. So we have to reduce, you have to make it consistent. We have to reduce this side slightly, a little bit, in order to make it fit to the cylinder within the sandpaper. Oops. Let's see. Let's have a look what happens. What I can tell you, it is definitely working, but this damage is still quite high. So I think I need to drill it much more. Now when it's clean, you can see clearly it from here to there, and it is
step here and step there. It's because this is where the piston ring's been broken, damaged the cylinder, so I need to sand it more. I think it's very clearly visible now. It's 0.2 damage, so I'm planning to send it to 0.2 from this side, 0.2 from this side, so in total it will be 0.4, which hopefully will be acceptable. This is mid result. See, there is a straight down line. It was quite deep scratch, a big damage on that cylinder. It was around like 1 centimeter width, length. Is now, as you can see, it's very tiny and tight, but we still can feel it a little bit with finger. So I'm going to do, how long does it take? 320. I spent about 15 to 20 minutes to this result, and yeah, it is quite difficult to do it, to do it too much. Of course, you don't have to do it too much. Remove your tool, improvised tool, every, I would say, 2-3 minutes, and check. It depends on how big is your damage. My damage was quite significant, as you know. Maybe yours will be less. So yeah, remove it and test it. And basically mine is quite still deep, so I'm going to drill it more. But if when you reach the point where you can't already feel it, but it's still visible, then it's probably time to the next step, which I will show you a little bit later, because see, we got quite deep horizontal scratches now. This is not good. If we assemble engine like this, after 1000 or 500 miles, your piston rings will be just gone, right? So it has to be, the surface has to be more to mirror, but with the horn, right? So we're going to polish it later on. Yeah, let me continue. Don't forget to protect your breath. See, this is a little metal dust, which we really don't want to get inside our lungs. Guys, bear in mind, this is important. Okay, once you reach the point like this, see, there is a still little mark vertical there and down there, and not in the middle. Basically, that means because in the middle there was less damage. Because I seen it initially, there was more up and down. Once we reach this point, the mark is still visible, but you can't feel it already with the finger, right? It's time to do our lighting test. Put your oil ring is like this, in the middle of your scratch. Let me try to, yeah, see, like this, and cover it with something on top, and we need to light from the bottom after.
Okay, it looks like we've done. Now we need to light from the bottom to see if the lights come through the ring, between the ring and the cylinder wall. I think we've done even worse, because it's now coming all around. But maybe it's coming out. Yeah, it's not coming. Yeah, it's not coming. A little bit. Yeah, very little. Right. But we haven't done the horn yet. Right? It's definitely much lower when it was. And of course you have to cover it properly. Right? So, okay, the top one is like this. Let's check what's the bottom one. This lights around is because it's slightly not aligned horizontally. But from this side I think it's nice. You can't think it's a, yeah, see, it is a carton box, not very nice covering, so it's reflection from the car. Yeah, I think it works. Of course, we will see the final measurements after the engine will be assembled. You can tell me, why are you damaging the car? I will tell you, the engine is already dead, we know that. We know the proper way of doing this is to re-sleeve the engine and replace all pistons. It's very costly, doesn't worth it at all. It's better to buy the used one engine and replace it. But at least I'm trying to show you my try to help, to save the existing one. Nobody wanted to do the horns of this engine just due to this is aluminum cast engine. Despite it does have a metal sleeves in it, for some reason in my local area they say we don't do it. We don't do it everywhere. So I got no choice apart from doing this, what I'm showing you now, and sharing my experience. Whatever it is, good or bad experience, at least you guys will know, does it worth it or not. Okay, let's carry on. As far as you done this way, it's still a little bit, I can feel it, but we don't want to drill it more, because the less you make it resized, the better probability will be of your engine will be working, repair will be successful. Right, so once we've done this bit, so we don't have here at all, we get a little bit here, a little bit down there, and we need to start polish it, because these on 320 is too big. This is the factory one, so it should be like this, guys, right? Not like this. This is too much yet. By the way, let me show you why it's important to cover everything. See, the neighbor one has been covered only from the top, but I believe it came from this hole here, and this is the one we did horn. See how dirty it is? We're going to clean it up, everything as much as
as possible, as much as we can do it, right? And let me show you what happens to the wipe tissue. Look this. That's why I told you, cover the engine, cover everything which is important, and protect your breath. See, because everything will be in your lungs. It's too much, it's very dirty job, guys. Your hands will be like this color, but yeah, we use gloves, use protection. Right, let me show you the next step. Of course, we need to cover with the clean one back, so this will be going to the bin, and the next one I'm going to clean it with the cover it again with the clean one, new one. Now it's time to this big boy, right? So we're going to use this tool now, but not as it is packed. This is just for fun. We are going to polish. So now we have round cylinder, more or less. Hopefully I will measure it after. Round cylinder, and now we have to remove that deep scratches of the 320 sandpaper. I'm going to reduce the grade up to 800 first, 1000 next, 1200, 1500, and then probably that will be plenty. We'll see. Maybe I will polish with the past like we did it for the BMW paintwork. I got that polisher pasts as well, so maybe we will do this, maybe not, we'll see. Okay, I have set of sandpapers here. So this is the tool as it is. I think it's 220 or something, but it's anyway feels much better than my sandpaper of 320. So I'm going to start from this as it is. And then I have a set of sandpapers. This is 600, 1000. That's not sandpaper, that's Trizac 3M. Probably will not use it for now. 1020, 1500, and 3000. I think that will be enough. Because I don't want to make it mirror. In order to allow oil to stick to the cylinder walls better. Yeah, and that's the 3000 Trizac as well. So yeah, let's try to use this tool as it is for now. This time I'm not going to use dry sanding. I'm going to spill a little bit just water in the walls, and you can do it with the motor oil or with just the water. People use different methods. I will probably use water due to I'm going to sand it after with the very fine grids. And the sand, I don't know if it's oil resistant. Probably it's water resistant for sure, but not oil resistant. So that's why I'm going to use water. But you can, guys, use whatever you want. Okay, this is the result. I can still feel it here. Maybe I need to drill it more. But below, it is absolutely good below. But here is more important because this is the most compression happens. cylinder should be a little bit cool, because this temperature is higher, so that will contract, and that temperature is lower, so this size has to be bigger than that size always, even on the new cars. So I hope if I will do a little bit more here, that would be probably okay. But at the moment it's still quite, yeah, this is what I told you. At the moment it's still quite, still large scratches. We're going to do more with this tool. 220 I think the stones are, and then we will apply sandpaper on top on them. That will be a real-time video, so no slow motion or fast motion will be. So second speed of drill, a little bit of water, and just doing like this. Remember, we're not making horn yet. We're still removing scratch, deep scratch on the cylinder wall. We'll just make it fine now. Okay, in order to make the horn, you will have to do vertical motions up and down, a little bit faster, right? Because you have to have a crisscross horn. Now we still polishing and sanding the cylinder walls. I wanted to tell you is be careful when you're removing the tool, because I got my one is broken. Yeah, once you remove it, don't remove it when you do the full stop, as well as don't make it too high to the edge, otherwise it will be a disaster like on my end, right? And basically it's broken. Be careful with this, don't repeat my mistakes. Buy new Volvo. This is my mid result. See, below is already almost not visible. The top one is still here, but not too much, right? I'll probably a little bit do the top one, right? And then we will polish it. Yeah, I fixed my tool, by the way, so just use the vise or something, or even hammer, just hammer it back. And that stones are not yet damaged too much, just a little bit, so I hope I will finish it with them. Okay, after a couple of hours using different tools, we got result like this. Yes, we can see minor, very minor damage here, but I hope it will not that much impact the compression and the oil consumption as well. Not sure if I want to move it more, because it's quite deep here. Really afraid of doing too much, because according to the documentation you can't do it more than 0.5. I believe I've done it much more, twice maybe. I believe I've done it 0.1, 110 millimeter already. I will measure it. I haven't measured yet the dimensions, I will measure it later once I finish, because it doesn't make sense to measure it now, because we can't drop it right like this, right? We can't stop here at this point. Now I applied 600 sandpapers instead, all wet, doing with the slow speed starting from speed 1. This is what it looks after 600. Still there is horizontal scratches, but as you can see it's much better than it was. Much better. Surface wise, of course, I don't know about the size wise, and not sure about the shape wise, of course. How do I do my measurements? This is 0, right? This is the neighbor cylinder, the one we didn't do anything with this. So this is 82 mil sharp size, right? And this is the one we did. Now what we need to do, we need to do 6 measurements. The first measurement, 1 centimeter from the top in 2 axes. That will be vertical axis, that will be horizontal axis, right? So V1 will be top of 1 centimeter. So let me put it on 1 centimeter, exactly where our scratch was. And let me see what the gauge shown you. See, 1 centimeter from the top, and this is 0.7. See, the lowest one is 0.7. 0.7. This is the worst place. Top vertical will be 0.07 difference plus. The middle one will be actually no, not 7. Sorry, the top one will be 12, which is out of range. 0.08 is allowed. The mid one will be 0.8, and the bottom one will be 0.4. 0.4 is the bottom one. 0.04. The mid one will be 0.08. Yep. And the top one, the worst one, will be like 0.08. I can't catch it. 0.012, 10, 11, 12. No, 10, 0.011. 0.009 actually. Wait. Yes, 0.009, which is 1000 out of range. Let's do the same from the vertical axis. Sorry, horizontal axis now. 1 centimeter from top, and that will be 006. Hang on. No, sorry. 005. The mid one will be 006, and the bottom size horizontal will be 001. So we have ellipse here. I believe we will count how big the ellipse is and if it's out of range or not. Right, this is how it looks with the oil ring, sorry, compression ring. The thing is, this is a used one. This is I just took this ring from the other cylinder. It's just not damaged. What we have to do next, we have to check this size. It has to be no more than 0.2. See, 0.2 is almost there. Yeah, it's coming straight. But let's check if we can do 0.21. Basically, if it is 0.2, then it's probably not that bad, and we probably can make it work. 26, 23, 21. Okay, this is 21. Let me check if 0.21 is sitting here. And it doesn't actually, because it's now screwing the ring. No, it doesn't. Very, very good, guys. I'm expecting this engine to be working fine. I really hope so. I really hope so. With the new piston and new piston rings standard size, I hope the compression will be recovered. I don't know for how long, but if I will do at least 60,000 miles more on this engine, I think this repair will be successful. I don't drive that much, so I think 60,000 miles will be plenty for me for whole my life. So yeah, looks like we recovered the cylinder bore. Let me wipe them all, clean it all. As you can see, a lot of rubbish there. It has to be all cleaned with the compressed air, and I'm going to be using kind of cleaner as well. I think I have one. It's EGR cleaner, but I think I can still spray it and use it as a cleaner just for clear everything here. It won't harm anything. Yeah, so this is how I recovered my cylinders. I made the horn a little bit with this, very little bit with the other cylinders, because they was almost mirror. And yeah, that's it for now.
Next, we're gonna be cleaning and assemble the engine back. After we made some sort of cylinder bore, it's time to do cleaning. As you can see, there's a lot of rubbish comes in, right? This is all the little dust of sandpaper and the iron, and basically all of this needs to be cleaned up. Something on neighbor as well. See, all of this has to be cleaned up as much as possible, right? Also, clean up the oil channels in the crankshaft. See that hole? Just put some wire in it or something. I will show you what I'm doing for cleaning this, right? But let me just, so I'm doing the first dry cleaning first, with a vacuum cleaner. Clean as much as possible. I can do that with a dry clean. And the second, I'll be doing the wet cleaning. Basically, I'm going to spray of W40 and this sensor cleaner as well. This one, basically not water. I'm going to clean with that two liquids, this one and the W40. From top and bottom, from both sides, all four cylinders. Make them as much as clean as you can. Also, I'm going to suck the rest of the coolant here and try to clean that area as well. Okay, I don't think I need to record this process for you guys, just because it's pretty much clear. Do it as much clear as you can, and yeah, pretty much everything will be ready for assembling. Also, we will need to clean up the surfaces of the where it actually touch the gasket, and the bottom side as well with the oil tray. So here I'm going to use the razor blade and very carefully clean up all of this with some sort of I'm not going to use sandpaper, basically, right? Maybe very fine one, like 1500 or something, but no more, because this has to be very flat, otherwise it's going to be leakage into the cylinder again, and the gasket replacement just hasn't been successful, right? Okay, I'll show you the final result after I have done this cleaning stuff. All right, crankshaft oil channel cleaning. Take some wire in insulation which is fitting to your hole in the crankshaft, and push it down as much as you can, right? So that's important. If there will be no oil here or clogged or something, then see how much bad things coming out. So if it will be blocked, your car will seize. As you can see, my crank is almost in ideal condition. So what you want is probably to spray a little bit of W40 and again push it down as much as you can.
See, do the same for the all of each hole. So for example, this one is almost blocked. All of them, believe me, will have lots of dirt inside. The condition of my on-road bearings say I didn't have that blocked, so that's why crankshaft is probably one of good parts in my car. But yeah, that cylinder, I'm still not sure if it will work, guys. So that's pretty much what you have to do, is to clean your crank oil channels as much as possible. Okay, do the same with all holes. Then once you've done this, to spin the crank clockwise only, spin always into the clockwise, how the engine is spinning. Then what else? Remember last time I told you about that little oil little tube which is bolted to the engine block. Basically, this little tube is needed for spray the oil into the piston to cooling down the piston. So if that little part is blocked, it could be the same consequences which I'm currently fixing. So your piston will be melted and overheated and destroy the engine. I will show you again what it is. This part I meant to say, that little pipe. So it has to be not clogged. If it's clogged, oil will not spray, will not cool down your piston, and you basically will have the same what I do at the moment. So there are three possible reasons behind that. One is because of this one is blocked, right? That could be blocked because of many reasons. Now, old oil, not enough oil, burned in oil, a lot of different reasons. So that's one thing. Second thing, your ignition injector could be bad. So if your injector is bad, instead of make a proper spray, it just leaking down to the cylinder, and basically the engine ignition cycle is not done properly, so you it doesn't basically burn in your top dead point, and it's blown down your piston. So that's another reason. And the third reason is basically when there is not enough oil. I don't know what was happened with this particular car, no idea, but just bear in mind, guys, you have to be very careful with your car, and because it's a complex device, and you have to maintain it properly. That's just for your personal savings money. So don't save money on oil, guys. Use only good oil, trusted brands. Okay, I clean the top of the engine for the cylinder gasket, just like this. I've been using a razor blade and sandpaper 1200, just to avoid remove too much and make gaps, basically. And I think this surface is flat right now. I really hope so.
I need to double check it now. Basically, it's not just greased yet, it just cleaned up, right? Because I'm not going to just grease it right now. I will do it after I will install pistons. Okay, this is how did I clean the engine. This is the area where we did our cylinder bore. Right? No, almost no issues. That little things where we can't access, that will be washed by the washing oil. Right, this is the next one. And the next one. And the next one. This is the area we're going to apply new sealant. It's not just grazed yet, again, because I have to install the pistons first. Of course, this crankshaft next I will going to clean much more. To do grazer and then lubricate by oil once we will receive the piston rings. At the moment I'm waiting for the delivery.